An investigation has launched in France after a woman periscoped her suicide. It's so sad. This is such a chilling and tragic story. 19 years old. She still has not been publicly identified, but according to this report, she texted one of her close friends and disclosed to them that she was suicidal and that she was going to carry out her suicide. So then, just moments later, she signs on to her Periscope and starts talking to what would you call the people that are watching your Periscope? Just
people,
like your viewers, telling them that, what she was about to do, that she's suicidal and she's going to go commit suicide. She ended up jumping in front of a train, so she did commit suicide. And so sad, but there are some remarks, because even though that this has been taken down, because if you're not familiar with Periscope, and I keep looking at Brett because Brett periscopes a lot, when you Periscope, you can actually see people's comments and they can ask you questions. And some of the remarks, even though that the video was taken down, Periscope had mentioned that a lot of the remarks, and this isn't generally speaking, but quote, "We're waiting. Always a pleasure to see you. Give us a hint. I think it's fun. What are you waiting for?" People not necessarily taking what she was saying as serious. Not to say that there weren't any comments that maybe people did say, hey, maybe you should call for help. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have that in front of me. But yeah, so she did. This opens up a larger conversation in regard to live streaming and how pretty much anything is accessible now. And what people will do, whether it's to broadcast a suicide, whether it's to do something.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
Just don't do this. And so there's a lot to sift through here. One thing about the we're waiting, like I doubt those people actually believe this was going to happen.
I don't think I would love to believe.
That implies certain things, one of which is like there's a detachment. One is like, I don't think someone's actually going to do this online. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe they just wanted folks to tune in, and then just, I could see someone like sarcastically saying that, like, "Oh my God, this is so annoying. I want to come." And the response and whatever. But then also there's such a detachment from reality when we're looking through these screens that are supposed to tell us what's real, whether it's a filter that you put on to a benign photo that is supposed to be like, this is my actual experience, or just make it seem better with whatever filters, or just like it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real through your phone. And so I don't know what the next step is from that, but it's just such a tragedy. It's so terrifying because you're also afraid people are going to start doing it more for the attention.
I know. Yeah, or other things worse. Insane. Amir brought up the fact, like, would somebody who is considering doing a mass shooting look at the appeal and the engagement and the viewership from doing a Periscope or a live streaming and live streaming that? You don't know how that can occur. But in this reality today, because this is a new reality, these are some of the things that we are going to discuss. But I disagree. I agree with you, but I disagree in the sense that if anybody mentioned or looked withdrawn, because according to the cops in the video that they looked at, she looked withdrawn and talking about ending their life. I can't imagine, even in a sarcastic way, being like, waiting. I just can't imagine saying that.
I can remember being, 13
12,
and saying something stupid just because you could say something stupid, not wanting to hurt anybody or hoping that anybody's hurt, but just simply, oh my God. I'm incredibly saddened by this, but it's also for me one of those kind of byproducts of this culture that we're creating with social media now, because who you are online is somehow more important than who you actually are, and you can create this version of yourself, and if somehow that's not fulfilling or satisfying or enough, let's talk about a kind of Facebook depression that is a thing now, because people will look at the lives of others, on your friends online, and they're happy and they're in a relationship, and because nobody posts when they're having an argument. Nobody's like, let's Snapchat this moment when I'm arguing with my boyfriend or fighting with my sister or whatever that thing is. But we're now so into this culture, and it's making us more isolated.
Right.
It's making us so much more lonely that it amplifies things like depression, and which can spiral into having a suicidal thought or moment or whatever it is. And now, instead of being supported and having your community physically there with you, it's now, I'm gonna.
Grace.
Yeah. Well, what breaks my heart about this is that it's really heavy, but like I think that like she went on Periscope for like looking for connection. You know what I mean?
Me too,
like
and looking for help.
Online, like
it's like looking,
looking for connection, looking for someone for someone. And she's on Periscope. The world was there, and you're seeing comments from people saying, "Waiting, like, why don't you just do it?" Like, put yourself in that girl's shoes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, literally, like, she's sad. She's reaching out for help, and she's getting assholes all around the world, not taking her seriously. And I think it's really important for our viewers that if you are feeling this way, and I have felt this way, that you need to reach out and you need to get help, and you need to know that there are friends out there and people that love you, and that you can find validation in places that are safe places. And it's sad that it doesn't seem like Periscope is a safe place. You know, like find a safe place, find people that are going to be there for you. It just, bottom line, it terrifies me what you were saying about the culture that we're in, where we're all hyperly connected, but we're so isolated. Yeah. It reminded me, this story is like something out of the show Black Mirror. Have you guys seen Black Mirror? No. It's talking about where our society is going with regards to technology, and I think that this is so chilling, but it needs to serve as a reminder to get help, and that there are good people, and to find those real life connections.
Yeah.
Those are so important, profoundly important.
Please, I wanted to just add that really quickly. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I did study undergrad, but I'm not a psychologist in any way, so I'm not claiming to be an expert. But one-on-one connection is far more important than any amount of followers on any social media platform. So if you are in a dark place, wherever that is for you, whatever that means for you. I'm not saying it's necessarily as bad as suicidal thoughts. It can go all the way to there, but any iteration leading up to that, your first resource isn't your YouTube channel or your Instagram or your Facebook or your Twitter or your Snapchat. That's not where you're going to be able to find real help. That has to be in the one-on-one physical connection, someone in your life. Reach out, and I guarantee you someone will be there. Just reach out in real life.
And you're not alone. You're not alone. Amir, can we make sure that we have links,
A number,
hotline? Yeah. So you guys, please, if you're, as Grace stated, as everybody did, just echoing your sentiments, please, if you're feeling this way, and again, you're not alone, we've all been there to some varying degree. Every single one of us. Please make that phone call. Look on any one of the links that we'll have below, and just know that people are here for you, okay? And let's keep this conversation going, and we'll see you guys all next time on Pop Trigger.